Peace to Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio. Place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Alive, and we got royalty in the building. We got a warrior in the building. We got a transformer in the building. One who got a heart of a lioness. You understand what I'm saying? That looked adversity in the face and said, "I'm not feeling that." You understand what I'm saying? This will not be the end of me. I will end it. You know what I mean? So we got an author, we got a publisher, we got a CEO, we got a content creator, we got so many things in one. We got mommy in the building. You understand what I'm saying? We got boss lady CEO, Authoress Mone't
Hey,
in the building. Welcome to the platform. How you
thank you.
feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you for having me.
Word. So how you been dealing with all of this stuff that been going on out here? You understand? The struggle been real or it's been
The,
real easy?
no, it's the struggle been real. It's been real. The struggle been real. I mean, sometimes, we all get down, I'm human and stuff like that, but you just got to keep moving through everything, just like everything else you had to keep moving through. So that's where I'm at. I mean, 2020 has been crazy for everybody with this whole pandemic situation and the president and all this other stuff. So, I mean, everybody just gotta. I think, even though it was a lot of chaos, I think that this year brought everybody to a point where they had to say, "Look, I need to step up and do something, boss up, do what I need to do to keep making it." A lot of people lost their jobs, kids are at home going crazy in the house. I mean, we had to make something shake somehow.
That's real. That's real. And so for you, how did your you know journey begin as a writer? You see what I'm saying? Like the
Okay.
catalyst for you writing. How long you been writing, and is writing still important? Writing books and things like that. Do you think it's still important and necessary nowadays?
Yes, it is actually. To be honest with you, like when I was younger, I used to write about my life and certain things that was going on. And, you know, and I mean, I'm being honest with you, sometimes your parents find your stuff and then you don't never see it again, stuff that you write or, things that they may think is not appropriate and things like that. So I've always been a person to write. Um, Now, how I started, how I got my book published, Broken Heart, This Ain't a Love Story, which was actually last year around this time. I was through another publications company, Diamante Publications. Rest in peace to Ebony, Ebony Abbey. She passed away a couple of weeks ago. She was the CEO of the publishing company. Somebody, I really just knew her on Facebook and I saw that she wrote a book and I called her for some advice because I was actually ready to write mine. And when I called her for advice, I didn't realize that she had a publications company. So I just basically wanted to know where to start because, I mean, I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm 43. And, I just had so much of a crazy life. I just really didn't know where to start. So I called her up and, she told me, just write the story straight through. And she offered me a book deal and I took it. Um, and the response that I got from the book was really, really good. Some wasn't that good, like, because I wrote about my life. So a lot of people that were actually in my life, some people didn't like what I wrote. Some people, loved it because I was so transparent, even about myself and stuff that I went through and did, on my own. So basically, what happened with the book was it didn't work out between me and the publisher, and I got my book back, and I re-released it June 2nd, 2000. June 2nd this year, 2020. So what prompted me to write the book? I was going through some things within my family, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm gonna say like maybe anger and hurt kind of fueled me to write the book because I wanted to get the story out how I know it and how I remember it, being that it's my life. I really didn't like the way people were portraying me in other situations. So I said, you know what? I kept my mouth shut this whole time. I'm going to tell my story now. I'm 40 years old. So basically, the book is about things that happened to me in my life, to me, my kids, that happened in my family, leading up to me having an aortic aneurysm June 2nd, 2017. So basically, one day I felt my heart, something pop in my chest like a balloon, and I went to the hospital, and they told me I was dying, that I was bleeding internally, that I had a aneurysm in my main artery above my heart. So they told me I wasn't going to make it. They said I had a 2% chance of making it, and they were surprised I had to be life flighted. It was a whole situation. So I had emergency heart surgery. I woke up out of it, and here I am now. So my life has basically been on a different path, ever since that happened. I look at life differently. I look at family differently. um I'm just here. I've always been a free spirited person, so I figured, this time around, you know why not do what I love to do or what I want to do. So that's what I've been pursuing ever since then, and the book was just part of it.
So I was celebrating my birthday, and you was
Mhm.
fighting for your life. That's
Oh, that's
deep.
that your birthday?
That's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like you were
What?
fighting for your life, and you released that, re-released that new on my birthday. We could have had a party right on this joint because I was partying right here. You understand what I'm saying? I was partying right here, Henny
Yeah,
and all.
yeah. They they
drinking,
told they
drinking Henny. Like I
they
was
told
drinking
me.
Henny like
I
that.
look
That
at
was
that
wild.
day, and it's funny because this year, when that day came, it's 3 years this year. When that day came around, I felt like it was my birthday. My birthday really in August, but I felt like that's like one of my birthdays because the doctor straight up told me, she said, look, your family's in the hospital waiting on you. We don't have much time. We don't think you're going to make it. We're going to do our best to save your life. And I woke up out of it, and I'm just here. I'm here doing what I got to do, trying to fulfill
That'll
my purpose.
that'll be your other birthday for the rest of your life. I will
That's
never
right.
forget it. You heard? You
That's
understand what
right.
I'm saying? So yeah, we partying. You know what I'm saying for that
Right.
forever. Yeah. So what was that writing process like? Where did you go within yourself to channel and tell your story as a story? What was that process like for you?
I just started from the beginning. I started from the beginning. I started from birth, and I basically, it took me like 2.5 months to write the book, and I basically relived everything I went through from a kid up until June 2nd, 2017. Everything. Everything. Good, bad, the ugly. I cried, I laughed, I said, oh, you was crazy. Like I couldn't believe some of the stuff I did once I wrote it out. And it was definitely a process. It was an emotional process, you know, but I felt like it was therapy to me. And I also did it for the purposes of helping other people that might have been through some of the things that I've been through as well. So it also let me know that I wasn't alone out here and things like that. So
So when it was finally done, it was finally done. You saw your life in the book. So you created your own book of life while you still living. You see what I'm
yep,
saying? What was that feeling like for you at that point? You poured all of your everything
yes,
literally into
hmm
into what it
blood,
is. You
sweat,
see
and
what I'm
tears for
saying?
sure. Yeah.
Yes.
It was a great sense of accomplishment. and be honest with you, my life has been just so crazy, and it seems like I was never able to finish anything, because it was so chaotic, with the things that I was doing. I lived a party life, up and downs with my family and things like that. And you always have the people, the naysayers and the haters saying, oh, she'll never have nothing, she'll never finish nothing, she'll never do this, she'll never do that. So I did that. So it was a great sense of accomplishment. Great sense of accomplishment, for sure. And it was a relief. I was a nervous wreck, like in the weeks before it actually came out, while I was going through editing and things like that. But once the day it released, I just felt so much better that it was out there and my story was told the way I felt like it needed to be told. You know, it was my life, and I was able to shut a lot of things down, because when you're like the black sheep, so to speak, you have people that look at you like in your family or outside your family. People hear things, and you know she's this, she's that. So I was able to straighten my name up, because I feel like after I had the surgery, I felt like when I woke up out of it, I felt like that was one of the things that I needed to do, was come back here and straighten my name up and really accomplish some things. That's just how I felt. And I still believe that as well.
So shout out to you because you're a middle child, directly
Yep.
in the middle. You know what I'm
And
saying?
and I'm the
I,
only girl.
I'm directly in the middle.
Yeah.
Three older and three younger.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I got
saying?
an
Like,
older brother and a younger brother.
yeah, directly. So yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
That's something. You didn't have a go to. You didn't have a sister. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a sister. Like you had
Yep.
two brothers. You know,
Yep.
so one thought he was your daddy, and the other one thought he was your child. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
so, so you
Yeah.
stuck in the middle, like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's the
Yep.
yeah,
Life is hard as
that's
a middle
something.
child. They don't know.
Yeah. We got a job in the family. We got a job in the family to keep the family together. But you
Yeah.
surrounded by the heir apparent in the family and the one who's responsible for keeping all of the archives. They'll never forget nothing. You see
Right.
what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So you right there in the middle of all of that,
Yep.
directly in the middle of all of that. So
That's right.
them two at each other throats. You understand? And
Yeah.
you right there. You see?
Yep.
So it's like it's a bunch of variables that is there. You know, and your education was one that was accelerated. You know what I'm saying? Because of that experience, and because you didn't have a sister, it was
Mhm.
hard for you to come into you. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So I don't know your situation, but I just can gather from that experience you spend a lot of time, you know, being like them. You know what I'm saying? And you're not like them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
Right.
that could cause a lot of little stuff to go along and
Right.
you know some other things, thereafter. So
Right.
this process, you were a survivor of many things. How did you overcome, a lot of these obstacles that were set for you? You know what I'm saying? The streets and everything else. You see what I'm saying? Because we got people, we still got family members, loved ones that's stuck in one of these boxes that's
Yeah.
there. You see what I'm saying? That you survived. So
I'm
how
gonna be
did you
honest with you. I'm
survive?
gonna be honest with you. I'm hard headed. Right.
You're a middle
So
child. Yeah, I mean, that's what it
so
is. You a
I'm
Leo?
gonna. I'm a Virgo.
Oh, even worse. Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
hard headed
So
perfectionist. So
e-
yeah, all right. No doubt.
exactly. So so 2017 June 2nd, you know, if I did not if that did not happen, I probably wasn't gonna sit down because I would I would teeter totter back and forth. Like I would go back to what I was doing, what I know or thought I just knew at that time, and then I would straighten up and come back, and then I'll go back or whatever. So me being hard headed, God found His way to really sit me down and be like, look, that what you're doing is not your purpose, but I'm going to give you a fresh start so you can take the necessary steps and give you a new mind frame, a renewed mind. So that's where I was at with that. Now, I've been through, a lot of domestic violence abuse, ex-husband, um, family issues, things like that. Everything is a work in progress, as far as like the domestic violence abuse, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I learn as I go along. And sometimes you get tripped up because it's like, okay, I learned from this, so I'm not going to go that route anymore because I know the signs. But then the devil going to bring you somebody else that's going to cover it up a little bit better. And then it's like, I kind of beat myself up like, oh, how did I not see that? Because I've been through this before, but it comes in a different way. So it's kind of like, now I'm getting older now, so I just really stay to myself. I try to stay out of trouble. I do stay out of trouble. I try to surround myself with positive people that are doing like-minded things like myself. Inspire. Just try to stay inspired and keep ideas rolling. I was telling you earlier, sometimes I don't get the support that I actually need, to, I mean, of course I'm surviving as I'm here, but we all want to be able to take care of ourselves comfortably and, to be able to live freely and things like that. So, I mean, maybe it's a lesson in that for me that I keep looking for those type of things. I mean, it's not just monetary. I just want to be okay. So I'm going to keep spinning my ideas and putting them out there. I'm going to keep designing my clothes and I'm going to keep doing my show and I'm going to keep writing and I'm going to keep, you know, I got two authors under my publications company, and we're all going through something. But as long as I found happiness in helping others as well that are going through things like myself. They might not be the same things that I'm going through, but they're going through something. And it's a big deal. So I want to be a part of, making people happy and pursuing their dreams and, doing things that might not bring you what you want to bring right away, but it'll come. So that's what I look forward to now, you know.
So for somebody who might be in that position, uh, what was the deciding factor for you to say enough was enough and you got a chance to walk away? Because as you know,
Hmm.
uh, some sisters don't get a chance to walk away. They carried away. You know what I mean?
Oh, I will go through if I gotta leave. I just gotta go through the drastic measures to get up out of there. One day I'll be there. The next thing you know, I'm gone. That's how I am. I'm out of there. So beyond, like I said, I'm not perfect. I've actually had to do that recently, and like I said, I'm a free spirit. I always like to live freely in my mind. I like to go where I want to go, do what I want to do. And if I'm not happy and if somebody's not assisting me in doing that, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just no exceptions. I don't care if I gotta leave with just the clothes on my back with no money, just my pocketbook. As long as I got my laptop and my phone and my pocketbook, I'm out of there. Like I just don't tolerate it. I don't. before, I was stuck in a situation, I had years ago, my kids were small, living in subsidized housing. And, you're looking for that guy that got the money and is going to take care of you and your kids. But, a lot of those times you are dealing with other things just to get that. So now I know not to put myself through that, and it's just everything I do has got to be on my own, you know. So for me, it was just no matter what the monetary situation is, I have to be happy. I have to be happy in my mind. I got to be happy in my heart. We all go through those things in the transition from one thing to the next, but it is what it is. I've been through worse.
That's real. So now you mentioned that you're a publisher and you had two authors. What was that
Yes.
shift? What do you like to go from the author to the publisher, so to speak? And how do you implement, those skills that you learned as an author, as a publisher to help these authors that are with you come?
Well, to me, the two authors I got to shout them out on the show. I have one author, his name is Cooley G, and he's an awesome, awesome writer. Like, he's got the stories for you. Like, he knows what he's talking about and how he's writing it, or writing it or whatever. And, just like myself, he has a past, that's not all that good, but he has such a talent, whatever it is that we need to do to get things working and get it cracking and put these books out there. Like, he's down for it, I'm down for it. So we just work together. I don't look at anybody as if they're not my equal, because we're all people. We all bleed red, at the end of the day. So it's like, I'm there. So whatever he writes me, I edit it, put it together. And we actually have a book coming out. It'll be out this winter. It's called Last Breath, Vengeance of My Father. And it's so graphic and gangster and how he writes, and it's amazing. Like, this guy could be a movie, screenplay writer. He can do it all. And then I have my other author, his name is Author Pox Law. I also want to say this too while I'm talking about these two guys. They're actually from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and they were in the middle of that. What was it? A hurricane, tornado, or something a few months back,
Yeah,
and they're both misplaced from their home, like many other people that lived in that town, because it wiped the whole town out.
right.
And I want to give a shout out to them because they're still hanging in there. They're still doing their writing. They're still sending me, even through the midst of all of that, like, need help and everything. So I want to give a shout out to them. But Pox Law, he's very talented himself. He writes poems. He writes books. He shoots videos. So once everything doesn't happen overnight. I'm starting to learn with this whole patience thing that I'm working on. Nothing nothing happens overnight, but when you have the right people on your team, you know, everything will come together eventually and really soon. So I give a shout out to them because they hold me up. I hold them up. Um, as my authors, and not only just my authors, they're my brothers. I totally, love them to death for hanging in there with me and just, sticking with me through all of our hard times. So, but yeah, I mean, we just really uplift each other and we encourage each other, and they're really excited to have books that are coming out and published in their name, and things like that. So that makes me happy to be able to give them that opportunity as well.
Yeah, it froze up on my end. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, that's what's up. We gotta have them on. We gotta set that up. You know what I'm saying? hear their story. Everybody got a story.
Right.
So let's talk about this bomb ass apparel that I see. This tough legend streetwear. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Tough. All right. So tough legend. So tough, tough means, being tough means that a person has faced, all types of adversity and things like that. We all know what a legend is. A legend is somebody who's very popular, especially if they're skilled at something in particular, whatever it is. Um, to be honest with you, when I thought about the name of it, I actually had my father in mind because he's actually we're from New York and he's actually like a legend in the streets, back in the day and things like that. So when I thought about it a few years ago, I thought about him. And then I was like, well, you know, I'm a tough legend, myself. I've been through some things. I'm still here. I'm still hanging in there, doing my thing and, showcasing my talents and stuff like that. So I believe that everybody has tough legend or is a tough legend in them. So that's how I came up with the name of the brand. Yep.
All right.
So those
Got the
top
website on so y'all can see this. Research. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the top four items up there is the new collection. That's the New York Stripes collection, and then the next underneath that is the Bumblebee collection, and then I have the Elite Club hoodies. So it's basically just streetwear hoodies, leggings, sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts. I've got some fanny pack. I actually partnered up with Champion, so this those two gray ones right here, the Tough Legend 1977 and the Bronx one, those are Champion sweatshirts. My fanny packs are Champion. I got some sweatshirts that are Champion. The other ones are Gildan. Everything is all quality. I came up with the designs, the name, everything myself. I got the Tough Legend Queen. Um, I'm a person. I make what I like, what I would like to see myself wear. So that's how I design. That's how I design my clothes. Like even as far as like the colors and things like that. Like I'm really into sneakers, so when I have these colors and designs in mind, I'm thinking about the whole outfit, like the sneakers and how people will look in it and how it will look in it. So it's something that I put out there and I just pray and I know it's gonna work out. I know it's gonna be successful just once everybody gets a chance to see it. I am getting a good response from it, and just waiting on the support to come through. All I can do is just keep putting it out there and branding myself. It's on my website, bosshyradio.com. So on the website altogether, I have my podcast radio show. I have a page on there where author will submit a short story of the week and or month. I'll put that out right now. I have an author. His name is Lyrics Brown of Silent Noise Inc. Publishing Company. His short story is up there as well. And just a blog and things like that and links to information about myself and the show. And I also have some Boss Hive merch up there, like Boss Hive Radio, Boss Hive Publication merch. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited about the clothing line for sure. I can't wait. I can't wait till it really pops off. Looks good. It's basically the same thing on that link. I just have like Boss Hive Radio stuff at the bottom. I'm still keeping up with the website and making the changes on it. That's like an all day job as well. So
Yeah.
I'm working on that, just making sure I keep it up to date and deal with it. If you go down a little bit further, you'll see the Boss Hive. I got like Boss Hive hoodies, mugs. I got face masks, face shields. Um, what else? I got journals. Yes, a lot of stuff in
It's hot. It's holiday season. You know what I'm saying? Tis the season to be jolly. Get your
there. Right,
boss. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Get your boss hive on.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And up
Got
on
my
that
book
bomb ass
link on
book.
there. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get a couple copies of this book. So somebody lucky gonna get this for free. You understand? Somebody lucky gonna get that for free. So maybe about 5 people to get it for free.
Okay.
Well, four, because I want mine with the autograph. So four of
All
y'all,
right.
y'all gonna have to
Yeah.
figure that.
They on their own, right?
I don't tell y'all about that. Man, I don't that.
I
You know
also
what I'm
want to take
saying?
the time out to thank all of my supporters, my readers, and whoever's been supporting me, whether it's just sharing my stuff on Facebook, leaving a review. Um, People who have read my book. I really appreciate it. I really, really do.
For real. For real. So let's get into Boss Hive, okay?
All
Boss
right.
Hive. You know,
So Boss Hive
and Boss Hive.
Radio,
Yeah.
after I wrote the book, well, let me tell you, a year before all the book stuff happened and everything, I ran into a lady and I didn't know her, and she said to me, it's like like a prophetess, somebody I ran into in the store, and um, she said you should show yourself more. Put yourself out there. Let people see you. Let people see your personality. She said, you're pretty, you look good, you speak well. Um, your personality is just put yourself out there and just see what happens. And I wasn't really with it because I had done so many things in my life, and I don't like to really put myself out there like that because they'd be like, oh, that's that girl right there. So so I didn't really like doing that kind of stuff, especially like social media. Like I don't like to really tell my business and things like that. So I was like, I thought about it, and then because I didn't know when I was going to write the book until I wrote the book, and then I didn't know it was going to be published either. Like I didn't, like you just never know what's going to happen in your life. So it was before all of that, and then the book situation came about, and then after that, I saw like all the love and support I was getting from it. So I was like, I've always been into like entertainment news, entertainment gossip, things like that. Like this is stuff that I look up and research on my own, but wasn't doing anything with it. So, like I said, I told you earlier, my best friend's husband built a studio, and it was like, yo, let me in on this. Like, let's do it. Let's do a podcast. And he was down with it and everything. And it just so happened to fall in place like that. So when it did, I actually got a great, overwhelming response for the show. I started off and still do. There's still some things I need to tweak and pick up, for Boss Hive Radio itself. And so what I was doing was supporting independent music artists and other authors like myself. So that's how all of that started. And I got some new stuff going on with bosshiveradio.com right now. I got a message from, I don't know if anybody's heard of the show. I'm going to be honest with you, I hadn't heard of it until the other day. But Mr. Cheeks from
Lost Sports, LB fan.
Lost Boys, yes.
Yeah.
He's a co-host on a show called The Ryan Show. So Ryan himself sent me a message a couple of days ago and saying that they have been watching my show and watching, what I've been doing, and they wanted to basically partner up with me to see, what we could do to help each other. So I spoke to him maybe the next day after he sent me the message, and he said that Mr. Cheeks asked him to reach out to me. So basically, they have this radio show that they're doing, and they're syndicated with over 250 internet radio stations. So, starting this week, um, the Ryan Show will actually be coming to BossHiveRadio.com as well. So I'll be doing a couple of things with Mr. Cheeks and the Ryan Show and things like that coming up soon here. Yeah, I still can't believe it.
Congratulations,
Thank you, thank you,
congratulations,
thank you,
congratulations. I'm being
thank
the
you.
front row, like, hey, yeah, I know, yeah, yeah, I know, sis, that's my sis, yo, what up, what up, what up? You know what
And thank you so much for your support as well. I really appreciate that.
the love is real. You know what I'm saying? We go through trial, we go through tribulation, we go through adversity, and a lot of
Mhm.
us suffer in silence. We suffer alone. You see what
Yep,
I'm saying? We go through depression. We
yep,
go through everything, and we be smiling and be around everybody, uplifting everybody, motivating everybody, and nobody is there to heal the healer. And the healer
that's
got to
right.
take on everybody else shit with theirs. You see
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So,
That's right.
you know, if you could recognize that, you know, genuineness and sincerity, and another brother or sister, you could be there for them, and they could be there for you. Just like you said, them brothers going through it. You know what I'm saying, and they still there for you. You going through yours, and you still there for them. So
That's right.
you don't get that's rare nowadays. It used to be,
Right.
you know. It take a village to raise a child. It take a person to raise a child today. You understand? The right person,
Right. That's right.
because
That's right.
because
Hmm.
the village on lunch break. They on hiatus.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you got you
Yeah.
gotta
Sometimes
find
I
the
be
right
wanting to take
person.
up and
And
'cause like I said, I'm not perfect. I be going through my little things too. Depression is real. You know, um, I'm not gonna even when you reached out to me and asked me to do this show, I was like me, like, I'm nobody. I'm just another person out here trying to make it. But it really, lifted my spirits as well, to be able to be here and for you to recognize that, it was definitely a big deal to me because, we're all human. We all go through things. We all go through our little bouts where we might not be happy with what's going on right now, but things will come about to show you that it's not that bad. Everything can go it can't go anywhere but up.
that's definitely real. That's definitely real. Congratulations on a successful future. You understand?
Thank
So
you.
many more opportunities are on their way. Because you're in the right space, you're in the right frame of mind, and you got the right mindset. You see what I'm saying? We can block our blessings. We could block our ascension with
Hmm.
us being stuck, in the aspect of our pain body. Now, if you there and you working on it, if you there and you reconciling, you there, you
Hmm.
working on that shadow work and that inner work and that self work, that's something. But if you
Right.
just there, that'll be the death of you.
Right.
Even if it's not a physical death, it'll be the
Right.
death for everything else that's supposed to be coming to you, that's waiting for you to get this stuff out of the way to move into it. You see what I'm
That's right.
saying? Listen, sometimes it's a lesson, and other times it's a blessing. And both times it's the same thing. It's a lesson. It's a blessing and a lesson, and it's a lesson and a
Right.
blessing. You see what I'm saying? Because you seen people, stuff may be going good for them, and then once it start going awry, they checking out of here because they can't deal with things not going a certain kind of way. But if you already hardwired from them experiences, when the blessings come, you don't lose yourself. You see what I'm
Don't
saying?
get
Because
don't
that's
get
when
me
you
wrong. I've been there. Like I've been there. Like, look, this
yeah,
ain't no way out of this. Like I don't want to do this
right,
shit no more. Like it's over with.
right,
Like, but
right.
I'm too much of a punk to take myself out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it really ain't no choice for me but to fight until the end. Like that's all I could
Right.
do.
That's real. Well, I am glad for you choosing to stay, because if not, we wouldn't have linked. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
you know the kindredness and the things that work in coexistence, because it ain't no coincidence. It's only coexistence. Like, you know,
Right.
you going through some of these greatest trials in your life and
Mm-hmm.
greatest joys in your life on my born day. That's like, you don't get that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't get
Yep.
that. So that's
Second, huh?
right, right. So
Day.
it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Very proud of you. You know.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
what's your fan? What them little ones think about what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
They
they
how
grown.
supportive are they of your
They
vision and
grown.
everything? Well, you know, they always gonna be your little ones.
My
You know
oldest, my
what
oldest
I'm
is
saying?
20.
I
My
figured they
oldest
grow,
is
but
24. My oldest is 24. She's being a 24-year-old. I love her. My oldest son is 23. He was born with Down syndrome, and he's also deaf. But that's my baby. And then my youngest son, he's 19. He just graduated from high school this summer, and he lives in well, actually my oldest daughter, she just moved back down here, and my oldest son lived here, but my youngest son, he was going to the School of Performing Arts in New York, so he's still there, and he don't want to leave New York, I don't think, but they're all proud of me. You know, my daughter just told me a couple of days ago she was proud of me for everything. And like I said, I've been through a lot of stuff with them. So, it's all a work in progress. But I love my kids and I'm sure they love their mother. And, we all got some work to do, but it'll get done. I came back here for a reason and they were definitely a big part of that reason. So we working.
that's what's up. So you down south somewhere? Huh?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. I'm like maybe 15, 20 minutes outside of Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there every month. So we have to link and do a show live somewhere.
Yes, I would love that. Yeah, my next step is for Boss High Radio. My next step is to start doing my show in an actual studio. I need an engineer. So if anybody watching this that wants to be an intern engineer and DJ, I need you. We'll make some money one day, but I need you.
Yeah, we need you. Okay.
All right?
We need you.
You watching this? I need you. But yeah, that's my next step to start doing stuff in an actual studio, and I actually I'm not supposed to be working because of my health, but I decided to kind of go against that because it's just certain things that I want to do. I need to, what you right now, as far as everything else that I'm doing business wise, it just doesn't seem like it's enough. So I actually just started going back to work and I'm doing it really to support what I want to do. So that's where I'm at with it right now.
How far are you from Mableton? You know what I said?
Yeah, that's like from here where I'm maybe like 45 minutes where I'm at. I actually used to live down that way a couple of months ago. Maybe not even that, yeah, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. So yeah. Oh, I know Georgia like the back of my hand for sure. I'm from New York, but I've been in Georgia, back and forth in Georgia since like '91. So I know Georgia like no other.
Some people to connect with out here. A bunch of them. So
Hmm.
yeah, we'll be
So
able to help each
where
other out.
you located?
I'm in North Carolina.
Okay. I used to live there too. I used to live in Raleigh.
Yeah, about I'm like an hour from there.
Yeah.
In the Ville, out here in the Ville.
Oh, you in? Where you at? Charlottesville?
No, no, out here in Fayetteville. That's what they call it, the
Fayetteville,
Ville
Fayetteville,
out there.
Fayetteville. That's right. That's right. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not far from. That's not far from Georgia.
Yeah,
Not far.
yeah. I be there on the regular. You know, I be there on the regular. So I'll be there next month sometime.
So, shout out to my people in Jacksonville, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out to y'all.
All right. So is there anything else you want to share with the fam? You know, when do you do your shows? Or when do you do your podcast?
I do my podcast on Thursday nights, somewhere between 8 and 9 and 10 o'clock. I start in between those times somewhere between eight. It's usually between 8 and 9 o'clock within that hour, and then I stay on for maybe about 45 minutes to an hour and a half. This week I have an author that was just released from prison maybe about 6 months ago, and he's from Tennessee. He'll be on the show this week, and yeah, Thursdays, somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. I always announce it on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, follow. I need my Instagram following for Boss High Radio, so y'all check out Boss High Radio on Instagram, and I'll put up more stuff on there. But it's just that I'm just more comfortable, and more of my following is on Facebook, so I usually just stick to that. But my show, it runs on www.bosshighradio.com every Thursday. If you miss the episode every Thursday night, the latest episode stays up for a week until I do a new one. Well, it stays up there, but the new one actually appears on the homepage every week, once a week. And then I do YouTube, but sometimes I don't do YouTube because, like I said, I like to play mainstream music as well, and they always be cutting and muting me off. So I rather just deal with my website because I could do whatever I want on there. Still like to support my authors and my independent music artists. Send your music to bosshiveradio@gmail.com. Any authors who want exposure for their books, anything like that. Yeah, this guy right here, his name is he's an author. His name is Elijah R. Freeman, and he's got a series. He's from Riverdale, Georgia, and he's actually in prison as well right now. And he's got a super team behind him, and he's got a series out called Triggerdale, and it's about his life. I think he's been in prison for like he been there for a very long time, like maybe 17 years. And he's got these whole series of books. He's on Instagram as well, author Elijah R. Freeman. He was on the show a couple of weeks ago. Um, Good guy, good kid. He gets a lot of support, and I love what he's doing there. So he's good people. And then over there on the homepage, that's where the latest episode is. Sometimes I'm on camera, sometimes I'm not. I chose not to be on camera this past week, but basically, like I said, it's a radio show. I throw in my entertainment gossip in there. Um, it's just doing something I like to do. That's what I like to do. So yeah, I did my show on Saturday this week, but I still do have my. You want to go back
Okay.
and see any past episodes? They're all on Facebook. I got a few on YouTube. Uh, you know,
You're gonna have to
anybody had if
get on
anybody has
get on
any
that IG
questions,
game.
yeah, I got my Tough Legend IG. I have like 9,000 something followers, and that's because I used to have a online beauty supply store about a year or two
Mm.
ago, and I had a lot of followers with that, but the support wasn't really there for that. I don't know why, but I just turned that into Tough Legend Streetwear, just so people could see it more and put it out there more. So yeah, follow that Instagram as well too at toughlegendstreetwear.com. That's TVFFL3G3ND streetwear. Yeah.
You can see her work on her work right there. You understand what I'm saying? You see, she
Mm-hmm.
focused. She ain't playing no game. She trying not to smile, but she's smiling at the same time. You see that? You know what I'm saying? She ready. She got it going on. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying. I can't do
Boss,
nothing but try.
boss hiving. She boss hiving out here. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Boss hiving.
Yeah, everybody I talk to, it's funny how I came up with that name. Um, my old publisher was talking about something in a group chat one day. I guess somebody said something to her wrong, what happened, and everybody swarmed around the person who did her wrong. And I said, LOL, oh, the boss hive, because she called herself the boss lady. She called herself the boss's boss, the boss lady. I said, oh, so the boss hive got her. And somebody inboxed me and said, shout out to Arthur Vet. uh she inboxed me and said that boss hive shit you just said, you need to do something with that and do something with it fast before somebody else take it. And I ran with it. That's how I started Boss Hive Radio. I was like, I'm gonna call it Boss Hive Radio. So everybody that I bring on the show have the show, they're a boss in their own way, whether they're writing books or have their own business or whatever, being that I was a person that was in the streets for so long. I came across a lot of talented people, in the meantime. There's this guy, Ray Lute. He's actually a filmmaker. When I met him, he was shooting underground music videos. And then he had like this character, I think it was Uncle, I forget, it was Uncle somebody. And he used to put the wig on. But now he has a web series on YouTube. Now it's on Tubi. One of his web series is called Foster Sin, and he's doing really well now. He's been on the show. I've had a lot of artists. I've known a lot of people for so many years, and I'm able to keep most of my friends for many years. Things like that. So it's good to be able to reach out to people, or people reach out to me and want to do the show, and be able to support each other and things like that. So shout out to everybody.
Well, the boss hiving out here.
Yep, it's
You
the
know.
boss hive. Gotta keep it moving.
We got this boss high
Stay
movement. You see,
boss.
I just threw myself up in there. We got this boss high movement. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Going
Yeah,
on out here.
you on
You know what I
you with it, you on it now. You in it now. You next. You gotta do an interview in the next couple of weeks yourself.
mean? I'm with it. I'm with it. I got an author I'm working with as well. I'll link you with him, Dr. Inky, and
Mhm.
link you up with him. So if you ain't got a guest for next week, you got a
Okay.
guest right now. You understand?
Okay.
So next Thursday, he'll be in the building. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
that's the third, something like that. Yeah, I'll send you his info. Mm.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. But yep, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, everybody who's watching. If you haven't watched while it was going on live, thank you for watching whenever you're watching it. Thank you so much for the support in advance. Thank you to this brother Knowledge right here. Do the Knowledge Radio. I appreciate you inviting me onto the show. I really did enjoy myself, enjoy talking to you. And I appreciate what you're doing. You're a vet, and we definitely gonna link up so we could put our heads together and do some boss hive, do the knowledge, do the boss hive thing, gonna put it together. And I thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's all love. It's all love. This is yours to keep too. So if you can find a way to put it up on your website, check out my latest interview. You know what I'm saying? Boom,
Absolutely.
boom,
I sure
boom.
am. I sure
You know
am.
what you need to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure am.
Uh,
And make sure y'all follow Do the Not. What's the name of your YouTube channel? Do the Knowledge.
Yeah, Do Knowledge Radio.
Do Knowledge Radio on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow that. I'm gonna actually put it up. I'm gonna put it up on my Facebook. I'm putting it up on bossightradio.com, and we're gonna direct each other and let the world know who's here.
That's real. All right. We out, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. Night in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? So no more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to
motive
the
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.